man, yes, said to kill the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewiz.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too sharp, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding together, we all came from hunger pain.
That's right, that's right. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing in StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, it's NERDSoul Sports. You know the deal. Great to see y'all sunshiny faces. I'm going to start it off right over here. Who is this gentleman? PL Parker Lewis. Say what's up.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Howdy. What's going on, folks?
Yeah,
Parker PL Lewis here.
So, I'll start off with a question that I can only ask a Brooklyn Nets fan.
Okay.
Has Kyrie betrayed KD?
Betrayed? Before I answer that question, I have a question of my own. How is that man still on television?
Yo.
Like, how? Like, how is that man still like, I know how, but I just kind of, not you, but I want someone else to say, because I know you'll say it, but I want someone else to keep it a buck just like we would and say this loudly for the world to hear. How this man still has a job. Because to be quite honest with you, I am shocked and dumbfounded at how he still has a platform. Like this man is bordering Jason Whitlock territory. Like, fam, what are we doing here?
If you don't know who we're talking about, you know what? I'll just leave it alone. If you don't know who we're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer the question.
It rhymes with weightless.
Oh, is that who said it? I thought it was your boy. I thought the man from Queen said it.
Oh, I thought Skip said it. So maybe I could be wrong.
No. The ball head, the take me back hairline dude from Queen said that.
Oh Lord! You know what? It makes even more sense coming from this man.
That's I'm like, I don't know how he is still employed, fam. Like, he is bordering Jason Whitlock territory, just saying stuff just to say it. Like, you just love hearing yourself talk.
I think this person
on TV.
I think he's inflammatory because on the low, his ratings ain't what we think they are. I think on the low, his ratings really ain't what they used to be.
That ain't my problem, bro. Just you sold us on keeping it real and being one of us. And with every passing day, you're losing both of those. So
yeah,
I don't know what you're trying to do, but hey, but to answer the question, because I'm off of him. But to answer the question, no, I don't think that Kyrie has let KD down or has, what was the term? What was the word?
Betray.
No, he has not betrayed KD. Kyrie Irving made a decision that he felt was in the best interest of him and his family. Well, while I may not agree with it, while others may not agree with it, this is a stance that a man took for the benefit of him and his family. Who are we to criticize him? Who are we to take shots at him? Especially people that look like him. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's like I can't co-sign that man anymore. But to answer the question, no, I don't feel like he betrayed him. Man did what was in the best interest of him and his family. And I'm pretty sure KD not agrees with the decision, but he can understand the decision.
You can kind of respect it.
Exactly.
I would much rather see, a fully fledged Nets team. But I understand that I think Kyrie's kind of put his foot down, and I think this is it. I think and we just need to make peace with it because he already had. At least seems like to me. So
pretty much,
we just need to make peace with it. I will make an announcement. I'm gonna make an announcement about the Lakers this week. Because the Lakers, did they just finish? Are they still playing? They just finished.
No, y'all won today.
All right. I'm gonna make
Anthony Davis had the game-winning block.
I'm gonna make a statement about the Lakers.
Okay.
I know we need work. I've seen those glimpses, but we starting to get around that number, man. We round 20 games in. I need to, we 9-9, but it's time. We need to come on.
I think after watching the game today, I'm a little bit more optimistic.
Yeah.
But why about the Lakers season? But I will say this. I can't be too optimistic because they played Detroit, and no offense to the Pistons, but they're rebuilding. It should not be to the point where a game-winning block from Anthony Davis is the reason why y'all won the game. With that being said, man, with all of the superstars that the Lakers have, right? Like the Lakers, if we're honest, they have 5 surefire Hall of Famers. They have LeBron. They've got AD. They've got Westbrook. They got Carmelo. You can throw Rondo in there. That's 5 dudes, first ballot Hall of Famers, right?
Yes, sir.
The Lakers are so dependent on LeBron James, it's scary.
Yeah. I mean, he got a flagrant earlier. So, I didn't see the foul.
They won because he got kicked out. I'm surprised they won.
Because I didn't see the foul. I just saw the foul trending, and I was like, "Oh."
It was. I saw it. It was a mistake. I don't think LeBron did it intentionally. He's already apologized to the young man, but
okay.
I feel the young man. Like, hey, fam, I'm bloody. You gonna have to feel something. But you can see the coaches is like, hey, fam, you touch him, you'll never play in this league again. He's got to chop this one up as an L, bro.
So, he caught a flagrant, and I'm feeling like it's time. It's time to, we're around 20 games. It's time we gotta come on. We're about 20 in, and I know that you're like, oh well, this is kind of only a quarter of the way into the league or the season or whatever. But I'm like, look, if we don't start to put the hammer down, you're gonna be like, hey, we're 40 games in. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, hold up, we're 60 games in. And then so it's like, look, this is a great time to look and say, okay, it is time. It is time to figure it out. If we gotta be in practice in the gym today for 24 hours, we need to figure out what we want to do, what team we going to be. You know what I mean? But see, I also know from people that have played pro, I know that whole thing of the coach being like, I don't care if we here all night. That don't happen. You got agents. You call the agent. The agent calls the front office, and you leave.
At all.
Man, that high school stuff don't happen.
at all. That counts at all. It's like, I'll stay on this topic real quick and then I'll change it real quick.
Right.
Like in any sport, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, right? Mm-hmm. The way that they practice, the way that they train is so totally opposite from the way that they teach you in the NBA. It's insane, bro. Mm-hmm. It's insane. It's the total opposite. It's like, yo, they'll run you to death. They'll do this, and then it's like in the NFL, it's like, no, it's way more attention to the actual detail. It's like that's neither here nor there. But it's a huge difference for all of the athletes that may be paying attention. It's a rude awakening going from the college level to the professional level, because basically all the stuff that you learned on the way up, half of it you got to throw out when you get to the next level.
I remember that in an interview coming from Allen Iverson when he talked about, he was like, this is paraphrasing because I can't remember the whole interview, but basically he said, like, you know, in college you have like plays that you draw up and all this stuff. He was like, in the NBA it's kind of like just get open, like
pretty much, man.
Get open. And then he was like, you go from playing one game a week to playing like 3-4 games a week or something like that. And he was like, you always try, because he was commenting on, because this was early on when he had been missing like a couple of practices, but in general, Allen Iverson was one of those people that always kind of played himself in shape. And it's more believable when it's like, yo, we're already playing like 3-4 games a week. We already play like 3 games a week. And I gotta travel, like, I still gotta spend like a second with my significant other or family member or whatever. And it's like, so I get it being like, hey, we went from playing 1 game a week to like, I'm always playing.
This is my life. Like,
yeah.
It's a big
ball
difference.
Is life, son.
Pretty much. Going back to the Lakers though, NERDSoul. The Lakers fixes are so simple. It's not hard. They're not difficult thing. It's not something out of the realm of possibility. Mm-hmm. Like a big thing for the Lakers, like I said, since they're so needy for LeBron. They're so in need of, like, they need him on the floor. Anytime he's not on the floor, it's like they just can't function right. That's one. They can't be so dependent on him. 2, Anthony Davis only shows up when LeBron plays.
Yeah, I've started paying more attention because you made that comment, I think last show or show before last. And I was like, you know what, let me like really focus on AD. And there have been, like, I wish I could put Rodman's hustle inside of AD. Because I feel like he's not hustling. And I mean,
it's the motor, man. It's the motor.
And I know that you're gonna be like, oh, well, you at home, you ain't playing no, and I get it, but I'm also not like, 6'7" something, whatever, or 7 foot whatever, and trapezius muscles and getting paid millions of dollars to do only this. Like,
it's like he plays scared, man. He's
maybe
been
maybe that injury messed with him more than we think.
Ready to say. He's been hurt and knick-knacked and scraped so much, man. It's like, yo, I just don't want to be hurt again. Like, it's like he plays with like bubble wrap around himself. Like he don't go hard. If he ever does, like, he only goes hard like that when LeBron's out there. That's it.
Yeah, and
that's it.
I need, like, because I remember even when I was younger playing sports, I remember being able to notice and pick out people that like they were trying, and not a situation where they were like just out there doing the most, but no, they were trying. Like they went for opportunities for like steals and rebounds, or even if we were playing baseball, they would try to, they would try to make the extra play. They would try to stretch out or elongate themselves, or even in football, like if the ball was, sometimes, when you're in youth leagues and stuff like high school or something, sometimes the ball gets overthrown or underthrown. And like sometimes in the pros, you'll see some receivers would just be like, hey, well, too high, you know what I'm saying? But you know, the person that's like actually jumping, reaching, trying to get it. Now,
putting forth that extra effort.
Yeah. And I don't think AD, it feels like AD's not doing that. But then
he only
with the injury
does it when LeBron is on the floor.
Yeah, with the injury thing, it does have me wondering if he's kind of like, if that's kind of like shaking him a little bit and he's trying to be tender because he doesn't want to get hurt again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But, you know, I wanted to make that statement about the Lakers because I know I always be optimistic with them. But I'm like, I'm looking up and I'm like, look, we 500.
It's three issues with the Lakers. 3.
All right.
AD not being AD, not fully living up to being AD every night. Mm-hmm. That's 1. 2, Westbrook and his, let's be nice and say, sub-average basketball IQ. And the third problem, no, that's being nice, bro. He's a great player, but I'm being nice. He doesn't have the basketball IQ of the average. His basketball IQ is a lot lower than the average NBA player. That's number 2.
I feel like he is making a lot. The more and more I focus in on specific plays where he's with the ball.
Only when LeBron is on the court. LeBron is like, big bro, everybody's on their best behavior because they don't want to disappoint him. I'm telling you what it is. And then the third thing for the Lakers, let me just finish this real quick. So, the third thing for the Lakers, they gotta play some goddamn defense, fam.
It would be nice
like they allergic to defense, fam.
Yeah, I do feel
like... The only
like...
one that plays defense is Dwight Howard, and he only plays 15, 20 minutes a game. He's the only one.
Yes.
And nobody else tries to play, at all.
I was about to say, there's the scores... Now, of course, I know the league has changed, but the scores that they are allowing, the points that they're allowing are a little high. Like from Detroit, Detroit was 116. Detroit had 116 points. Like, it's kind of high.
Detroit just got 116, and I don't think they have a 20-point scorer, a dude that averages 20 points a game on their team. If Jeremy Grant averages 20, forgive me, I apologize. But ain't nobody else on that team that averages 20, so it ain't like somebody's out there on that team that can go get you buckets. How they get 116?
Look, you guys. But once again, we don't know how much the coach can coach because of all the superstars. We don't know how much. I think there's an energy around the locker room because they're the Lakers and who they are. I mean, you got Melo, you got LeBron, you got AD, you got Westbrook. I think there's an idea like, we'll just turn it on in the playoffs. Bruh, you got to make it.
They'll make it. It's not about... You got to
make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs. The point is building that.
Shaky to me, man.
They'll make it, man. They have to build that level of cohesion, man. Like, I'll give Westbrook some credit. Westbrook makes a lot of turnovers, yes, right? Mm-hmm. But Westbrook makes a lot of these turnovers, like, I can't, I'm kind of contradicting myself. Some of the turnovers that he makes, you can see that he had good intentions on where he was going with the ball. He may have just been maybe 5-10 seconds too late in doing it, and hence the turnover, right? So the thing with Westbrook is like, when LeBron's on the court, LeBron kind of like tones everybody down. Like everybody plays with more attention to detail when he's on the court.
All right.
It's a big difference. As long as LeBron is healthy and on the floor, they will make the playoffs. It's just a matter of building that cohesion, man. It's the Lakers have the same problem we have in Brooklyn. We don't play too much defense neither, man.
Well, I was
we don't play too much defense either. And our coach stinks.
Oh man, it's cold.
Our coach stinks.
Well,
I don't like if we're being honest, man. I don't know how. We know how.
Yeah.
But how does a dude that's never coached at any level, his first job is coaching Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and then soon to be coaching James Harden? How, Sway?
Man, it's wonderful being what that person is. It's wonderful. It'll open doors.
It must be nice going to Santa Clara or being Canadian. Yeah.
Oh man. So I wonder if it's a situation dealing with motivation, because the next young gentleman I want to talk about, Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson said, "Look, don't worry about my motivation. Don't worry where I get I'm motivated. I don't need nobody to motivate me." Could you break down the motivation, the whole issue surrounding Tristan Thompson real quick?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong in saying what he's saying. It's just the timing of what he's saying is just like, huh? It's like somebody asks you, NERDSoul, it's like, hey man, what's the weather out there today? He's like, man, the clouds out there are so blue. Those are the bluest clouds I've ever seen in my life. I am so adamant about the blueness of these clouds. But the question was about the weather, bro. Like that had nothing to the motivation that you may or may not need was not the question. Tristan Thompson has carved out a great NBA career. I think this is like his 12th to 13th year, maybe even longer in the league. Mm-hmm. He's got a ring. I want to say I might have two. But yeah, man, he don't need motivation. Any NBA player worth a darn don't need no man barking at him and trying to motivate him to do what he need to do.
Oh, we don't need that. We don't need the Hollywood movie like rousing.
We don't need the Bobby Knight act. We don't need the John Chaney. We don't need that, fam. We made it here. Just tell me where to be, and I'll do my best to be there. Just keep it a buck with me. So what Tristan said, he's not wrong. Like you don't need, if you need a coach to motivate you to play to your best of your abilities in this league, where there's only 15 players on a team, and there's only 30 teams, and there's like 8,000 dudes each year that's trying to get drafted into the end. Do the math. Like, if that alone is not motivate, that whatever coach should not be motivation for you. Staying in the league is motivation enough. Okay? Continuing to get a check is enough motivation. Okay?
So motivation
you don't need there's no need for no dude who's probably not that much older than you to be up in your face getting all ha-ha and rah-rah. Fam, hey, check this out. You about my uncle age, and I know I could take my uncle.
All right, man. All right, okay, all right. So we'll let Tristan Thompson live.
Gangs stink anyway. They just fired the coach, so.
Yeah, so
they have all that talent and just can't put it together. But I don't even think it was, not to cut you off, I don't even think it was Luke's fault because he's not the best coach. But I'm not putting all the blame in Luke's basket. Like, fam, you can't give me 10 dudes to play the same position.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, let's say that,
not 10 though.
No, fam, no. Let's be real. There are 15 players on the Sacramento Kings roster, right?
Okay, yeah.
15. The Kings have like 4 or 5 point guards, 4 power forwards, 3 centers. How many people? That's like 12 already. Like, and there's still 2 other positions to fill. They got 8 dudes. Like, they have too many people. It's a bit redundant. They have too many people that play the same position, and it won't work. Like, it just won't.
Right,
like, it's mismanaged. That they're put together horribly. Like, horribly.
All right. So, next story I want to hit up is shouts to Jenna James. Next story is about Corey Benjamin's daughter. So, Corey Benjamin's daughter plays basketball, and she's in the youth league. She's, I believe, in middle school right now. So, recently this week, or is it last week? I think this week, she had gotten into an altercation where she hit another player that was they were playing together. They both kind of fell. And you could see like an exchange. You could see like the girl probably said something to her. And next thing you know, Corey Benjamin's daughter hits her. All right. So then they're like, and it's a hit too. She super slammed her throat, and that girl went to the ground. All right. Corey Benjamin's daughter is also a young black girl, and she's playing in the league with a lot of young white girls. So then they flash and tell you about another moment where they have another video where a girl elbows her after a play. So she turns around and hits her, and then another girl from the same team that elbowed her pulls her hair, so then she chases after that girl too. So it's framed as like, yo, Corey Benjamin's daughter is wild and she's going crazy, right?
But there's method to the madness.
There's method to the madness, because when you watch this tape, when the first girl that she choked, slapped, slammed or whatever, I was like, she said something to her. And we don't know what she said. But like I said, you got freedom of speech, all right? But you can also get smacked in the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
I got freedom of these hands too.
You get the freedom of these hands. So I think this is a girl that they've been, messing with in the league or in that team in general. Like when these teams get together, they're always saying slick stuff, being mean to her, whatever. And then who knows what the school life is like outside of just the team itself.
True.
So she said some slick stuff. She had already been, probably elbowing her and stuff during the game too. So she said, hey, look, let me go in and settle this right now. Let me tell y'all, because it's being framed like she's just crazy. I don't think this girl is crazy. I think this girl's had enough, but I don't think she's crazy. So in the other video, you see the girl elbow her after the play's done. The girl elbows her. So she like, oh, so we hitting each other?
Oh, that's how we playing? Oh, that's how we feel?
That's how we do it? So she goes after the girl. She's hitting her with the 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. All right? And then a girl pulls her hair from behind. Bruh, she turns around like an attack dog on that girl. And that girl flew. Yo, she breaks out in a crazy run. And now, of course, all of this happens. She's, of course, a black girl in what seems to be a very white league or white, school district or whatever. So, of course, that stands out too. Also, she's a big girl. She's taller than them. She's also wider than them. So that doesn't help either. So you got all this stuff, and so the video gets big. Corey Benjamin comes out with a statement like, I'm sorry. She, we've been working with her or whatever, and, we apologize for any harm this might have caused or whatever. And I'm like, yo, let's not apologize yet. We don't know what happened. But on the same side, I understand if you're planning on trying to get into the league, you're gonna have to apologize for stuff you don't want to apologize for.
Not even so much as apologize, but there's a lot of stuff you're gonna have to take.
Yeah.
Like I remember on a much more I ain't even gonna go there. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I had a flashback.
Probably going, you're probably going to have to apologize for a lot of stuff that you don't want to apologize for. You shouldn't have to apologize for. But the bottom line is, when you step into these leagues are ran by certain people. And those certain people do not want to see any context around what you do. But when someone else does it, oh man, you got to get their life story. You got to understand where they come from. You gotta get their life story and know, oh, the mother is like this and the dad's like this, and oh, it's such a sad story, and then you don't understand. He didn't mean it, and we got to go through all that. But when it's you, unfortunately, you're gonna have to apologize. So I'm on the fence about Corey Benjamin's apology. On one hand, I'm like, dude, you weren't even at the game, so how are you even able to speak on this? But then I'm like, if you know that your daughter is trying to, get into college playing ball and then also go to the WNBA or maybe even play internationally or something like that, this is kind of how the game goes, unfortunately.
It's a lot of stuff
you have to be happy that you have the opportunity to play. Not, I'm
just
good,
have
that's
to find
why
a
I'm
way
playing.
to deal with it better.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, maybe, I don't know, you could print out pictures. Like I saw this in the esports recently. Chris CCH, shout out to Chris CCH. He was in Street Fighter tournament with Red Bull. He printed out pictures of all of his opponents, and when he beat them, he ripped up the picture. So, I mean, maybe you could print out pictures of the girls on the other team, and every time you block a shot, run to the side and be like, rip that paper up.
It was like, I watched this video today, and it was this a business dude, and he went and he engraves the names of all, like he'll go and he'll buy like a bottle of really expensive alcohol, like a bottle of liquor, right? Something real expensive. Mm-hmm. And he'll have one of his haters or somebody who's done something or wronged him or hated on him in some way, shape, or form. He'll have their name engraved on it.
Wow. So
whenever they mess up in life, he'll pop that bottle.
Wow. Yo. That's
a whole new level of that. Yeah.
That's serious. But so I feel bad for her because she is young and I think she's dealing with more than we think. And I think,
of course,
think about it. She ain't running around hitting all the players. She just hit that specific girl.
Right.
So she hit that specific girl. She ain't crazy. All right. That girl said something she probably should have thought twice.
Right.
Oh man. And Jenna James said the liquor bottle thing is something that her older brother would do. Her big brother petty like that to his enemies. He got enemies, got a lot of enemies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, man. So she just gotta, maybe put a punching bag on the side of the, on the side of the stadium. I mean, on the side of the court.
Yeah,
she can just hit that joint a couple times. And
just gotta find a better way. Like you gotta with stuff like that. Just a quick example. Not like on high school. Like my high school, we were the most hated high school in the area.
Wow.
Shout out to T.C. Williams High School, home of the Titans, baby. But yeah, man, we were the most hated high school in our area. Everybody hated us. So whenever we would go anywhere to play, we would hear the craziest stuff, boy.
Wow.
The craziest stuff, boy. Like the craziest stuff.
You just gotta let it ride.
You just gotta let it ride, bro. You gotta respond
put it into the game.
The field. You gotta respond on the field. That's how you respond.
Yeah, so with that, we have an update. Our last story is an update. PL, you gave it to me about Aminata Diallo. Last week was like, Aminata, you wrong, girl. But guess what? There's an update. PL, take it away. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently, Aminata has been cleared of all wrongdoing.
That's right.
Apparently, the victim in this transgression was having an affair with one of her coaches. And this retaliation was done by the coach's wife.
Ooh.
So, yeah. And
the drama gets deep.
So it was like, I feel so bad for Aminata. She went from victim to being
the perpetrator,
vilified.
Yeah.
And then come to find out,
she's a victim again.
She's a victim again. Because she got a whooping for just being there.
Yo, she got beat up for being there and went to jail.
Fam.
Yo, but I tell you this, that coach's wife, she don't play. Leave her man. Don't mess with my man. Don't mess with my, don't mess with her man. Look, she said,
don't mess with my man. I don't want to raise
She said, I want it dead by the night.
Man. But they said, like, according to like police, like the affair had been going on for like a while. Like the coach wasn't even still a coach of the team that they were on, but Aminata were on. Like he was on another team.
Wow. Like
the wife didn't play. It was like, oh yo, like it's
she
on
ain't trying to hear that.
Nah, like oh yeah, man. The whole story was crazy.
Look,
that took a crazy turn. I did not see that coming.
Look, hey, by the grace of God, Aminata Diallo has been cleared. You know what I'm saying? It could have been bad for her. It could have been.
Man.
See now she's been cleared. She's back on the field. I hope. You know what I'm saying? And you know she's gonna be all right now. As far as the other girl, she learned a very hard lesson about messing with married men, boy. Whoo, Lord, don't look.
Yeah.
Look. I bet you from now on, she ain't, whenever she ride around, her head gonna be on the swivel. All right. Look, and whenever she meets a new man, she gonna be like, "You married?" He gonna be like, "Nah, I ain't married, girl. You sure?" Look, I ain't playing.
I need full name and I need your full identification and social.
You need to do a background check.
I need to do a background check real quick. Nope. I gotta verify.
Tyler Bennett said, "Where's Lady Lisa on this one?" Man, Lady Lisa probably be like, "Look, hey, I'm just glad that Aminata is free." You know what I'm saying? Oh, and remember the girl that they thought beat up the girl, had the girl beat up so that she could play in her position? Remember her? They played soccer. Well, it found out that it wasn't her. The person that had the girl beat up was the wife of the husband she was sleeping with. Tell you, boy, don't be sleeping with nobody, man. You've been safe. See, you learn new lessons every time you come to NERDSoul Sports. You learn lessons. That's your lesson. All right. Don't sleep with married people. All right, it's not good for you. You're gonna be riding around, and people gonna beat you up, and you're gonna be like, "What happened?" And you'll be like, "You see, boom! Now look at you." All right, that's lessons. Now I want to stick in football because you did tweet something out before we went on the show about your boy, your people at Man and U.
Yeah, man. So Manchester United, it's my favorite. It's my team, like my soccer team. I've been running with them for forever. Man U just fired their coach. I won't say that the man deserved to be fired, but there wasn't too many reasons for him to stay. Let's just put it that way. But with that being said, they are considering signing Zinedine Zidane to be their head coach. Now,
give a little history on the bald-headed one.
Zinedine Zidane was one of the greatest players in French national soccer history. Mm-hmm. He also happens to be a racist. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yes. And he
Let's
doesn't.
call
He
it
doesn't.
spade a
He
spade.
doesn't keep it on the low low.
And he really don't. And he kind of wears his heart on his sleeve. He tells you how it is, and a lot of it is not. Let's just be fair and say politically correct.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, fam, there's no way that you can make this man your head coach with all of the turmoil that's already going on in that area.
Yep. You got all the Brexit
All
stuff.
that
You
racial,
got all the
there's all that racial tension that's already going on and it's been building for a while. Like, there's no way you can make him your head coach. Like, not him, fam. Like, I don't care how good of a coach you think he is. Manchester United is too big of a brand to make him the head of it.
it'll be a bad look. And speaking of him in general, I always wonder how his relationship with his black teammates was. You know, I always wondered what that relationship was like, or those relationships were like. Because it's not like the first team is not all white.
It couldn't have been copacetic. It couldn't have been cool. There's no way. Not when I know you openly talking about feeling this way about people that look like me. There's no way.
So it I don't know, man.
That's like making.
I'm trying to see a reason
that's
why they
even
would choose him.
I know why they'll choose him. He has a great soccer mind. He could potentially be a great coach. They need a quick a kick in the pants, someone that can turn it around. They've got a great amount of talent, but the talent is just they're not living up to their potential. Right. I get why you would think in theory that he would be the coach to bring in. Fam, I'm telling you, fam, that is worse than electing 45 president here.
Oh man, you know, cause he gonna be all in the videos. If you think he gonna be,
fam,
if you think he gonna be one of those skippers that are like, yo, I'm gonna let the players do all the talking. I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet.
Fam, if I'm a person of color on that team or a fan of that team, as soon as they say we'd like to announce that, fam, jersey off, fam. I couldn't do it, fam. There's no way. There's no way.
It's gonna be interesting if they choose him to see what the response would be from the community, from the Manchester United community.
It will cause even more of a divide because the people of color will be like, hey fam, we not rolling with this. This ain't cool. Can't. And then the people that ain't of color will be like, yo man, we need his mind. He's a great coach. We need him. Y'all bugging.
Yeah.
It will cause such an up. Nah,
yeah, because
you can't do that.
There's no way he's the only person that can do, like it,
exactly.
But we also know where we at. We in Europe. We in the home. You know, we in the home of that good old.
I just can't see. That can't be a good look, bro.
Nah.
There's no way that's a good look. There's already something like a lot of racial, like in a place where for decades there was no racial tension for them. There was, I won't say none, but fam, you'll see more.
There's been more protests in that area lately because it's almost like it's been feeding off of the energy here too, because they've had the energy around here, plus the energy there with Brexit and all that stuff and all of the racism tied to that. And so it's like it's been building and they've been protesting. We've been protesting over here. And so now it's at a level where I don't think they've probably seen maybe ever, if not in a very long time. And I wouldn't even consider that guy. Like I wouldn't even consider. Even if it was from a financial standpoint, I wouldn't consider that.
Like it's just not a good, like it's too big of a brand to make him the coach. Like, nah, man, it's too big of a brand. It's too big.
Yeah,
it's too big. Man U is everywhere. Manchester United is synonymous with the Yankees. It's synonymous with the Los Angeles Lakers. It's synonymous with Inter Milan or PSG or one of these other. When you hear these names, you know it. Yeah, it's too big of a brand to make him its head, like its lead. Yeah, like,
Manchester United is kind of like the team, because I guess you got Manchester United, you got Chelsea.
Manchester United, you got Manchester City. Like, we're not even like up there no more. You got Chelsea, you got Manchester City, you got Liverpool. Like, there's other teams
Arsenal?
Out there, but
I mean, maybe
Arsenal.
Yeah,
so it's like.
But as far as popularity, it's probably Manchester United will always be popular because it's Manchester United. They've
got the brand.
They've got the history behind it. They've got the brand behind it. I can't think of another team that's probably as known as them in that league. So yeah,
Arsenal's up there.
Yeah, probably Arsenal maybe as a second, but Manchester
City with all of their recent success, they're working their way up there too.
Word. But I wouldn't do it. But with that said, guys, thank you for rolling through. Jenna James, Tyler Bennett, you know what I'm saying? Did Malcolm Lee roll through? I can't remember if Malcolm Lee came through or not. But anyway, shouts out to y'all that came through, lurked or chatted or whatever, and on the replay. I'm going to throw it over here. PL, where can they find you?
Parker, PL, Lewiz, Lewiz, on all streaming platforms and all social media platforms. Follow me, hit me up, send me something, say hi, don't be a stranger. Help the Bear 2, December 17th. That will be dropping, December 17th. Nice little 7-pack, a little something. Come through and, switch the energy up a little bit.
Nice. And I put his link down there in the chat. So guys, go and click on that, share it, listen, subscribe, buy something, do all the things. You know what I'm saying? And his link is down in the comments as well. I mean, in the description as well, if you can't find it in the chat, you watching the replay. So with that said, NERDSoul, it's been an awesome weekend. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you can find me. DM me, send me your email. I'll put you on the email list. Let's chat about some stuff. Patreon, folks, send me some stuff that you want me to cover in the new year. I'll probably be able to get to it. And we got podcasts for listening, Spotify for music, all that jazz. From us to you, thank you for chilling. Until next time, peace. And speaking of Help the Bear, we got a little Help the Bear in 3, 2.
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewiz.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too sharp, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. We still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grind together, we all came from Hunger.